Okay, so today's the day we're going to start framing out the shed. So first one we're going to do is the one along the back wall. So this is everything we're going to need, and I'm going to try and keep the tools to a minimum, so if anybody wants to follow along they can. So the timber I've got is pressure treated tannalized 4x2 or 100x50 actually, because it's been planed and sanded. They call it easy edge. The nominal size I think is 92mm by 94mm, so you don't quite get the 4x2. So all we're going to need is spirit level, tape measure, framing square. I've got an impact driver here. I'm not using any nails, it's going to be screws, so everything's with an impact driver. I've got my DeWalt skill saw here. I've got two different types of screws which I'm going to try, and whichever one's best I'll continue with that. So they're both by Spectre. So I've got these 100mm by 6mm zinc plated screws, and I've also got the same size 6mm by 100mm, but this one's got a it's actually got a, I can't see it, a socket based head. So I'm going to try them both, see which one I like best, and then I'll continue with that. So it's 12 feet this way by 6 feet that way. So the boards that I'm using, the OSB for the outside, are 8x4, but they're not quite 8x4, they're metric, so they are width 1220 millimeters, so I'll have 3 of those. So rather than cut that to exactly 12 feet, I'll do it 3660 millimeters, so the boards will fit exactly and there'll be no cutting to do, or at least there shouldn't be. And I think the difference is about 3 millimeters or just under 3 millimeters. So first thing to do is get the two longer ones here for the bottom and top plate. I'll cut those to 3660, and then these ones, which are 2.4 meters, I think I need those to be 1985 millimeters, and that means the door that I'm planning for the shed will fit in with 5 millimeters to spare. So let's get chopping the wood up and marking out for where the uprights go. Okay, so the bottom plate, the top plate cut to length. The next thing to do is to mark the centres for where the vertical beams are going. So I'm going to do mine 16 inch on centre, and you can see on most tape measures they have these markings already on there. So there's the 16, and so the next one 32, as you can see. The next one is 4 feet, and so on. So all we need to do is go along and mark on the centres, and then that's where the center of the vertical beam will go. So we just go along and do all of those. So there's the 32, four feet, 64, 80, and so on, and then I'll just mark that and then transfer it across to the top plate. Okay, so I've marked everything 16 inch on centres, and then I've transferred all those lines across all the way down to the end. So next thing to do is to cut the verticals and then lay it all out and start screwing it together. So the verticals I think need to be 1985 millimeters, so let's get marking and chopping those to length. Okay, so I've laid the base plate and all the uprights that have been cut to length. All I need to do is screw those home with a couple of screws in each one, and then just rinse and repeat for the top header. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so quick tip if some of the beams are a bit out of square. So you can see here there's a slight twist and that raises up. If you put some quick grips on and then you just pull that round, you can level up. So just pull up on that, that will twist it round, hold it in place and screw it in, and that will get your beam nice and level again. And just like that, the first wall of our ultimate smart shed is built and ready. This is a massive milestone in the project, and getting this rear wall perfectly framed and square is a crucial step towards building a sturdy and reliable structure. Next time, we'll take on the side walls, getting this thing standing up and really starting to see the entire shed come together. You won't want to miss it. If you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up and leave a comment below. I love to hear your thoughts. And if you're new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next part of this build. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.